But I should get it back on the next roll. Yeah! Well, not next roll. You jerk. Well, that's very mean. Suddenly awake. A fragment is lodged in your mind. A shard of sound, a signal, tone. Oh no, we're not getting the fucking thing back again, are we? It resonates like tinnitus, obviously internal, inescapable. You look down to see your hands blurred, your fingers dancing as if they were typing. Settle them. Fingers, calm the fuck down. Your fingers flap like caught birds. Oh, that's just me having an autistic breakdown. What the hell do you mean? I can make that joke. I have autism. It's fine. It takes all your focus to settle them. You force yourself back into them, a sensation like squeezing on a tight pair of gloves. You flex your hands a little to feel them. Test them. What was that? You take a deep breath to calm yourself, but as you do, you are reminded that you don't need to breathe. It is a claustrophobic sensation that you cannot shake. You get up, push off the wall, and pull on your clothes, anything to escape the dreams that hover there at the back of your mind. Seraphim drifts in casually, heading to his bunk to grab something. You can't shake the strange sensation that he's just drifted into your mind. Yeah, we can laugh. Thank you for laughing with me, Sylph. He shoots you a glance. I said, are you okay? He gives you a concerned look. You look terrible. Look, I've just put on a bit of weight lately. The wife left. It's been rough, okay? Not really, you mumble a response. You need to talk to me, Sleeper. Seraphim gives you a look. He sighs. I know something happened back when we were leaving Hexport. The explosion? Not the explosion, he shakes his head. I saw it, Sleeper. Saw something change in your eyes. He pauses, looking for the right way to explain. They were cold, fixed. I've never seen that before. He looks away. Back when we first met, I knew at once you were human. I knew because of your eyes. I'd never met a Sleeper before, but I knew immediately that you were no machine. It was obvious. But then on the rig, he shivers. I couldn't see that anymore. But I am a machine. I mean, technically that is what a Sleeper is. If you say so, Sleeper. Either way, something changed. What did it feel like? He gives you a curious look. Try to identify it, can't describe it. I mean, I got the right skill for this, so... Oh, neutral outcome. I'll take it, sure. You close your eyes and recall the moment. You remember Lane's voice, the rig hot and close, the numbness. And then you see it glittering in the non-space of your mind. Thin and bright like spider silk. Red. Sleeper? Seraphim's voice interrupts your thoughts. You open your eyes to his irritated face. Are you even listening? 12 chickens. We need to get it checked up. We need to know what's happening. Seraphim gives you a stubborn stare. This isn't just about you. This is my business. Wrong. You have a ship, a crew, sighs. We need to know what's happening here. Piss the cock off, bot. I'm enjoying a lovely time, doing my Let's Playing. I got people I care about watching me, and you decide to ruin my evening. My girlfriend's here. Do you have any idea how fucking embarrassing that is? God. Not my girlfriend, she's not embarrassing, like witnessing the bot thing. Yeah, it's embarrassing on me. But then again, I'm easy to embarrass, so, yeah. I've been asking around. Seraphim's face is set with determination now. There's another station near this one, Flotsam. Is there Jetsam as well? It's a mess, an accumulation of wrecks and dock ships, but it also houses some of the best artificers in the wash. We should go there as soon as the rig's ready. I'll think about it. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for me. Seraphim shakes his head. Please. Look, he pauses. I know I don't know what it is like to be a Sleeper. I understand there are some things you can't tell me and can't show me, but I do know how fear can keep you from doing what you need to do. I'm not going to nag you about it, he sighs, but it needs to be done. He passes by you as he leaves the bunks, squeezing your shoulder as he does, leaving you to your thoughts. You finish getting dressed, feeling your body at strangeness even though you wish you didn't. Mood. At the very least you think you need to find someone who can stop you from falling apart. I've already got someone for that. I was about to be like, damn, I'll leave then. No, please stay. Maybe Flotsam is not such a bad idea. You push the thoughts to the back of your mind. There's a cycle ahead and the rig isn't ready. When it is, then you'll see. I have so many... Hi again, cadet! So many people! Sleeper. Cadet drifts from the shadows outside Bliss's Bay. Looking around nervously as she approaches. Seems like I'm going to need to call in that favour. Her face is pale and deathly serious. Are you okay? Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Has another trash in my throat. I'm good. I'm good. He doesn't seem to hear you. Distracted by a group of spaces gliding noisily down the passage behind her. She waits until they pass. Someone hits strip line. No idea where Kamal is. Bunch of goons tearing the place apart as we speak. She screws up, face in pain. He tried to grab me, but those muscle hits are slow. Who would attack a courier? No idea, she shakes her head. These were typical renter thugs. Could have been anyone with chits to burn. Remember that package I asked for your help with? The one that was bothering me? I remember you mentioning it. I reckon it's got something to do with it. The job was a bust. No, I did say that correctly. An express run all the way to the underhang, but when I got there, no one home. He is whispering now, leaning closer. This was smashed up. Someone got there first. Should have dumped the package and run, but I brought it back like a good girl. Stashed it in a safe spot at the strip line. Thought the sender might come to recover it, and when they didn't, well, I got curious, popped it open. She shakes her head. Stupid thing to do. Inside was a drive encrypted to hell and back. When I ran into you, well, I heard sleepers are good with data, with tech, so I thought you might be able to take a look at it. She shrugs. That strip line's trash too. Here's the thing, she glanced around. Back when I popped it open, I noticed the drive had a dispatch marker, export. I mean, I might as well let her in, because, you know, I left export to get her here. Could it be connected to? Export getting atomized? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. This thing was sent out from there just before it got cooked. She pauses. And with that kind of attention I've been getting the past couple of cycles, she slips her hand's terminal from her bag, taps a couple of times, then holds it up to you. Cadet stares at you from the screen, straight-faced and pale. Beside her picture, you see in block capitals, Spindle Jack KD754. In breach of 4 spindle codes B12 and F34. Reward for information leading to capture. Considered dangerous. I mean, she has a bit of an attitude, but she's not dangerous. Dickheads blasted out on the transit channels. Every spindle jack hauler and freight carrier is going to be watching for me. He pulls back the hand terminal angrily, stuffing it away in a bag. Something's going on. Anyone who can help? She looks away. Spindle jacks don't make friends easily, and no, all the couriers I do know are looking to turn me in for a payout. She snaps her head to the side, her eyes flashing with anger. Why do you think I'm here? It's time for that favour, Sleeper. She meets your eye. My connections are burned. Hell, my whole career's gone. I need to fight back. If I walk away, there's nothing to walk away to. She softens a little. I need your help. What can I do? I need you to get the drive. She takes a breath. If they want it that much, then I can use it to buy my way out of this shit show. And I took it away somewhere safe, so my guess is they haven't got it yet. You just slip in, I'll give you the location, and you pull the thing out. Again, the phrasing. She holds her arms. Should be simple. None of this is simple. Just snatch it and go, don't overthink it. Look, this thing turns out to be worth something, you'll get your due. All I want is my life back. The drive is in the workshop, there's a loose panel behind the bike rack. She leans in. It's taped to the back of the fuse box inside. I've got to keep heading down Spindle to the overhang past the end of the transit tunnels. No one will rat me out there. She glances around. I'll come find you when it's done. I've still got some network access. I'll know when you go in. She winks, offering no further explanation. Arrive, Riz Sleeper, refuse to elaborate further, leave. My bike's looked up nearby. I'm gonna hop, she pauses. Do me this favour, then we're clear. Stay safe. Do my best, Sleeper. She gives you a mock salute. She slips back into the shadows, and a few moments later you hear the percussive pulse of an airbike accelerating away. You know, at least, what it's like to be on the run, to flee your life, and in that you feel an empathy, a connection with cadets. But from every other angle, this thing looks like bad news, the kind a sensible person would steer well clear from. And perhaps you would steer well clear if it wasn't for one detail that stuck in your mind, the drive is from Hexports. Is that still enough to send you down to Stripline in search of that drive? Only time will tell. I'm probably going to be straining for another couple of hours, so we might find out soon. Oh yeah, where the hell is Eugene at? Unless he's... Oh no, the rig's still going repairs. Okay, so I can't do anything there. Diagnose your frame. Something's wrong with your body. Beyond the damage you've sustained, you need to find someone who can tell you what's happening to you. I mean, there's got to be something about that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can't even view the map because of my chip not being ready. Okay, well I can't do anything about that. The water hauler that's arrived at the fast spindle needs help secure its payload. Is there anything I can do? Not quite. Oh yeah, there's this. I mean, guaranteed positive outcome. I forgot I may as well use it. And just to add a bit of risk, because I'm smart. Oh, it works, alright, fair enough. Hey! Oh, that's why. Well, now I can go to the spring side, but what the hell are these? Signal station. Interpret signals. The signal station searches for signals in the fast spindle's local region. Sorting them is too much work for just the crew. Align arrays. The signal station makes use of the network of arrays across the fast spindle, synchronizing them is specialist work. I think this just gets me some cryo, right? Yeah, alright. What about the Belt-borne Venture? Venture bar shift. Oh, I have a place to work. Early Venture members can gamble on the Venture, but bar shifts are easy to come by, mostly because they pay in tips and little more. Gambler's friends. If you want to gamble in the Belt-borne Venture, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 fragments there, I think. Hang on, let me recount. No, 12. 12. Because they rarely do an odd number of those, so, you know. Gambler's friend, if you want to gamble in the Belt-borne Venture, you'll need a member's backing. Perhaps after enough shift, you'll find a sponsor. I mean, this entire game is a gamble. If I got a positive outcome out of this... I didn't. I was hoping, and it was wrong. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna hardline that, actually. What's my last task? Oh, cadet. And you're... here. Yeah, right. Well, I'll hardline the springtide thing. Yeah, I think I can do the scrap ship. I can get scrap. So, fuck it. Alright, well, I don't know if that was worth it. End cycle. Oh! My dice is not glitched anymore. I guess I just had to wait. As you drift lazily down to the ship's mast, you hear raised voices. You still yourself for a moment at the entrance, then slip inside. Seraphin sits hooked into his usual stool, his slate glowing beside him. He's shaking his head as you enter. On me. I've been very burpy, I apologise. Bliss, meanwhile, is floating freely and gesticulating sharply as they explain something important. I don't see why not, Bliss chops at the air. It's not like you have an alternative. We can get the cryo, it'll take time, but we can get it. That was the deal. Seraphin speaks calmly, trying to placate Bliss. Sleeper! Bliss spots you entering, and they turn to Seraphin. Let's see what Sleeper thinks about it. Get me out of it. No, about what? They both fall silent for a moment. Seraphine sighs. The rig's ready, Sleeper. Bliss gestures around the mess. I fixed it. Hell, I've improved it. She's purring thanks to me. She's not a cat. Wouldn't you say, having done such an incredible job, I deserve to be paid properly for my work? A calculated look crosses their face. A refit and retune like this would typically cost my clients hundreds of cryo, even if I was feeling charitable. Seraphine sighs loudly. He knows where this is going. Say I could make you pay, and maybe you could even scrape the cryo up, but not without taking a contract and taking the ship off station, leaving me in the lurch. We wouldn't do that, Seraphine starts, but Bliss holds up a hand to shush him. Shush! So I have a proposition, one that clears the debt completely. They pause. I will turn around the open sign on this little bay of mine and join up with you. You keep me in work, give me my split, give me transit to wherever you're headed. I'll even keep this rig of yours working for free, they shrug. What could be better than that? Us paying and being on our way, with no hangers on. Seraphine folds his arms and looks at you. Tell them, Sleeper. I mean, we do need more crew. Even if we get Eugene and Cadet on, that would only equal about 6 people. So, yeah, I'll take the help. Bliss grunts at Seraphine. See? Sleeper gets it. You can use my help. I'm an excellent engineer, a tidy shipmate, and I'm a half-decent chef. I'm done with the fast spindle. I'm done taking not enough jobs for not enough cryo on a station where I know nobody. They pause satisfied. You're welcome. I do wonder how they got here, because Bliss was in the first game. And I'm glad that we get to spend more time with them, because, like, they were, like, a very endgame character. And I didn't get to spend a lot of time with them, because I was just, I was just focused on finishing the game and getting the end that I wanted, because Bliss is titled one of the endings, right? But because Citizen Sleep 2 only has one ending, to my knowledge, because the first one had multiple ones, this one only has one, again, it's just nice to be able to spend more time with this character. So, yeah, I'll take it. Seraphine holds up his hands. Look, we appreciate it, but we are on the run, Bliss. Trust me, you're better off here. He gives them a serious look. Even telling you this could put you in danger. Bliss pauses, then they start laughing. On the run? They shake their heads, smiling. You expect me to be scared off by that goofy shit? It is true. Bliss just shrugs. The system is at war, the belt is spiraling into a crisis, everyone's got something. I know you were at Hexport. Seraphine looked at them open mouth, searching for a retort. What happened there? Who's to say what happened here? I'm not sitting around watching this all play out any longer. They take a deep breath. Something has to give. Bliss turns to Seraphine. Look, you've done your due diligence or whatever. You're on the run. I've been warned. I accept the risks. That's it. At the end of the day, your ship is clamped into my bay. So unless you know my encryption protocols, there's not much left to discuss. Seraphine shakes his head, a small smile crossing his face. You got us there? He looks at you and then at Bliss. Looks like we gained a crewmate. He unhooks from his stool, but I'm moving to the engine room. Seraphine, you're a grumpy bastard, and I kind of love it. And he drifts off towards the bunks to gather his things. You and Bliss exchange a nervous look at the Sleeper. Just don't screw up. Bliss sighs. I don't plan to. You leave Bliss in the galley and head for the cockpit. The pit. The rig is ready to fly again, but the question is, where to take her next? Seraphine mentioned Flotsam, a short starward journey from here, at a busy station where you might find an artificer to help diagnose your glitches and errors. Sunward, meanwhile, is the Hellion Gates, an abandoned and uninhabited megastructure left over from the Solheim days. Solheim. May be good for salvage, but not an easy place to survive. And beyond that, well, as they say, the belt is wide, and at least you know a functioning ship. You'll unlock the belt map. Go to the map and press the belt button to travel to other hubs and discover new parts of the Starward Belt. Oh, hell yeah, baby! There's Flotsam. There's the Hellion Gate. There's Holmes Rock. Oh, I can't get that. There's a debris field. Irradiated zone, the green belt. Dark side. That's the station I left, I believe. The scatter yards and the hollow. This is fucking dope, though. Kinda like that. Like, this game feels so fucking expensive on the first one. But we're gonna help sort this shit out. Oof. Yeah. I mean, I may as well rely on the one I'm good at. Give me them boosts. I forget what my push ability does, actually. Oh, I think I can just reroll. Can I? Yeah. Maybe we'll just take this while we can get it. Hell yeah, boy! Just one more pivot of that to go. Then we're good. Give me a cake of your most delicious kelp. Thank you. I also like that we... Apparently the sleeper is vegan. Because in the first game our main meals consisted of like this mushroom soup thing. And this one it's kelp. I guess they couldn't kelp it? Sorry, I couldn't kelp myself on that one. Well, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm krilling it. Anyway, that's that done. Oh, I didn't even read any of these. I just realised. Repair the leaks. The spring toy seems stable now, even if huge amount of water has lost the process. Oh. Well, I can't read those now. Get used to that being in a relationship with me, Sylphie. You all forgot I'm a pungent slinger. Saving spring tide. Damage in transit. The spring tide now needs desperate action to save it and its cargo before it's too late. A serious leak. The spring tide's precious cargo of water is being lost cycle by cycle. Without it, the force spindle could be in trouble. Don't pretend you don't like it. You watch from the docking bay's viewing window as the crumpled vast hull of the spring tide is finally welded shut by a score of bright torches flickering against its side. Malik! Hello! Fine, I'll stop. I won't go fishing for any more puns. Malik, an experienced waterhole captain. Everywhere I look, I see a crisis. The voice comes from beside you, and you turn to see a man floating there, watching the repair work. You don't recognize him. I also have to keep reminding myself that people floating in these games is just normal, because we're in outer space. And I have to keep reminding myself that not everyone is Jesus. I saw you out there helping the crew. He turns to you with a serious look. They needed it. You aren't wrong. He pauses, watching you carefully. I haven't seen you on the spindle before. What, if I may ask, is your business here? I mean, I'll tell I'll tell half the truth. I'm running a crew. He nods. I see. Springtide is my ship. His face remains impassive. At least, I am her captain. I do not own her. The Logic Syndicate, my employer, was the one who put her into service. I mean, nice to meet you. He bows his head gently. Respectful dude, I like it. You have my thanks for assisting with the repairs. We were caught by some autonomous Conway munitions. He looks out at his ship. The Wellspring run is getting more dangerous every cycle. And after Hexport, he pauses. I do not expect things to improve. You both go quiet for a moment. The loss of the station is still inspiring silence, and anyone who mentions it. Oh yeah, that explains why we can't go to Hexport, because it doesn't fucking exist anymore. It got exploded. Tell me, Malik Meteorite, as a sleeper, do you feel you have advantages over others, or does your particular condition provide only weaknesses? And that's a very personal question. We just met. I mean, I eat, and I breathe, and I sleep, and I feel like everyone else. So, downsides. You know, of course, but you are stronger, hardier, more capable than most humans. Yeah, but something that was found out in the first game, and I fear will be found out in this one as well, is that even though sleepers are naturally more durable, they still have a really short shelf life. I think if, like, someone shoots a sleeper in, like, the correct place, they will fucking die. Because we have all the same anatomy of a human. I say that like I'm a sleeper, I'm a flesh and blood human man. He gestures towards the springtide. Your work on my ship only evidences your abilities. You far outperformed even my own crew. He looks to you, angling his head in deference. In conditions that are usually deadly. Sadly, despite even your good work, our losses have been great, and the administration at the Far Spindle are not happy. We are to— well, fuck 'em. We are to be impounded here until the Lotus Syndicate fulfills the agreed water freight. He frowns at the crumpled-looking ship. This war continues to pressure the belt. What will you do? This is where you are needed, Sleeper. Malik folds his arms. My crew tells me you have a ship. You have workers. This is what I need. As we fled from the Conway attack, our navigator registered something of great interest. A water-rich asteroid, one I believe is previously unknown to the syndicates. He comes a little closer. But now I've sworn him to secrecy as I must you. But if this asteroid could be surveyed, its value confirmed, it would more than make up for the shortfall of the springtide. He pauses thoughtfully. I'll let him cook. I want you to survey the asteroid for me. It is a simple enough job, but its location so close to the edge of the wash is problematic. However, you have shown yourself to be very competent. Now, I won't go that far. I just get lucky with the dice I roll. If you're careful, there is no reason you should have problems with Conway or any other hostile party for that matter. Elaborate on hostile party, please. Malik shrugs. The wash is where the orbits of the inner system and starward belt conspire to bring vessels, objects, and all kinds of wanderers together. It is a territory of opportunists. I will, of course, reimburse you with a portion of the fee the Far Spindle administration are withholding from me. 250 cryo is my offer. That is a lot of scratch for this kind of job. But just curiously, why don't you do it yourself? As I've said, my ship and crew are in pain. Oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Which is weird because, like, I can scroll up and read. That's the thing I can do, I just don't think of it. Meanwhile, I do not believe the Lotus Syndicate would appreciate me taking their ship on this particular excursion. Malik passes you a thumbnail drive. Is there boobs in it? Boobs in the thumbnail, old joke, anyway. Here are details on the tests I need you to run for the survey. A sample core of ice from deep... I almost read that as ice cream for some reason. Of ice from deep within... by the way, abolish ice. Deep within the asteroid should give you enough material to work with. You notice a member of the Springtide's crew waiting quietly at the distance, and Malik nods to them discreetly. This is a delicate matter, Sleeper. Survey the rock? If you smell... And on your return, broadcast the results to my personal terminal. The frequency is in that data. He pauses, meeting your eye. The results go to me, only to me. Then, once the matter is resolved, you will be paid. I am needed, he nods to the crew member. But I expect you have all you need, he pauses. I have enjoyed watching you work, Sleeper. Impress me again. And with that, he bows a little and drifts away to meet his crew member. After watching him go, you turn back to the Springtide, still impressive, despite being scarred with curls of ice and shiny with fresh welds. You imagine any captain of a ship like that has been through a lot to get to where they are. That makes them a valuable ally or a dangerous adversary depending on where you are. Yet with Malik, you can find your way to being the former. I really like that, how different this game feels compared to the first one. Like, it looks so similar on the surface. On the previous one, we were just like a sleeper trying to find work until we could escape the eye. In this one, we're a fucking space pirate, dude. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm all for that. What? Oh yeah, I was gonna help Cadet next, wasn't I? Or do what I can. The Render Thugs Cadet mentioned are guarding strip lane while they search for the drive. Better to scope them out before heading in. That's a scope security. Cut your way in. Strip lane is nested among other units, each with a mess of ducts and access passages. There must be a back door or a way to make one. A dangerous drive. To get to the drive that could have hidden the strip line express, you'll need to find a route past those searching for it. Good. May as well use all of them. Okay, neutral. We can only get neutral with the lower dice. And I'll take neutral over negative, because, you know, it doesn't cost me anything. Ah, I had to open my mouth about it, didn't I? I had to fucking talk. That'll do me, though. Although, this is going to be finished on the next cycle. Oh no, if Lane follows us here, do we have to leave again? Because he's gonna fucking find us. Yep, okay. I'm scared. Something flickers in the back of your mind. You stop. You have to stop to blink it away. It is a tightness behind your left eye, an aching point that refuses to move. And then the voice begins, hissing through the background noise of the rig's systems, a new whine amongst the chorus of the life support and ventilation. Yeah, I had a feeling. God. You're lucky your character portrait's so cool. Sleeper, the hiss brings Lane's sharp features to mind. I suppose you thought you'd slip my nets. I almost read that as heart, and I was like, whoa, I don't know you that well. Expert jumps into your mind, an image of the station emanating a white light, though you were not conscious to witness it. You are distant, his voice hisses into white noise, but you are not free of me yet. I'm coming, Sleeper, the hiss drops, and I will retake control of what is mine. The closer I come to you, the more you'll feel it. Lane moves your finger to tap your forehead, in here. Until you cannot resist. Bright smile, pale eyes, a growing hiss that hurts. Then the hiss is gone. The rig suddenly quiet, the stinging tightness diffusing behind your eyes, but the fear remains. Sleeper, you good? Seraphine is there, floating. I always read that as for dating. For some reason, floating by your berth. You were talking. Lane is coming. Seraphine looks alarmed. You feel him, right? He looks away. We can use that. Stay ahead of him. He squeezes your shoulder. We can do this. We are fast and smart. We keep moving, we don't stay anywhere for long. And we find a way, he frowns. Somehow. You nod. You do not know how Lane is able to reach into your mind like this, how he is able to speak directly, speak into you, but you want so desperately for it to stop. You must find out what he has done to you before it's too late. You must stay ahead of Lane at all costs. Also that thing I was worried about, so, oh god. Lane is hunting you once again. His progress will be tracked by the hunt clock. If this is filled, he will catch up with you. It will increase once every cycle that you spend in a hub. However, each time you travel, the hunt will reduce by 3. If you keep moving, you can stay one step out of him. So the thing I was worried about, right, because this was a thing in the first game, whenever you press Y, it would bring a look like an overlay of the ship. Not this, like, it would look like just how it normally is, but it would turn all black and white. And you would find out that the sleeper thing you had was implanted with, not implanted, but like has these, like, sort of protocols following them named Hunter and Killer, and you had to find, like, something called the Gardener, or something, which was basically like gods, and you had to team up with gods to fight them off. And God was in a vending machine. I'm not making that up. So I don't think we have that weird element in this one, but I don't like the fact that I'm being followed by Lane in the first place. Okay, that's good, and we may as well just guarantee it. Booyaka! You slide the loose panel away from the wall, letting it float there beside the airbike rack. Behind it, in the dark, you see the blinking lights of the fuse box. A noise nearby draws your attention for a moment. The scrape of a sliding door, maybe? Or just an old system cycling in the walls? It took long enough to gain access to the Stripline Express bike garage, and no longer to find a safe route to the airbike racks. But you're almost there. You have seen and heard the hired muscles searching and guarding this place, but have been lucky enough to not to come face to face with them yet. You turn back to the darkness behind the panel. If what Cadet said is right, the drive is taped to the back of the fuse box in front of you. You reach through and around slowly, carefully, and your hand settles on something cold and metallic in the dark. It is taped firmly to the box. You pull at it, but it doesn't budge. A quiet rattle echoes from the dispatch office next door, and you freeze for a second. It seems Cadet was a little too enthusiastic with the tape. I got the same chance either way, so start it off. Okay. In one quick, decisive movement, you rip the drive away from the fuse box. The tape tears cleanly, letting out a small growl, but nothing more. Time to move. You slip the drive inside your coat and kick away from the wall, gliding back towards the maintenance corridor you entered from. You listen carefully as you do. You hear nothing but a satisfying silence. The cool darkness of the maintenance corridor is comforting as you tuck yourself inside and start carefully making your way to the back of the strip line. You shift through the maze of passages that brought you here. Their doglegs and dead ends now familiar. Eventually, you spot a thin slit of light ahead. Marking the loose panel, you levered open to gain entrance. You take a deep breath, almost there. As you reach the gap, you freeze. Voices rumble from beyond, and peering through, you see two figures in dark clothes searching the chaotic bay behind the strip line. Your eyes are drawn to the dark boxy weapon one holds at their side. Shit, you hear silently to yourself, your eyes searching for a path through. Wait for an opening? Neutral outcome, check past, right. You wait silent and still as the figures search. They split and drift across the bay. You take the chance sliding over the panel and slipping behind the scrap and boxes at the edge of the room. You work your way around until you can't get any further. You kick off hard, making a dash for the far side of the bay and the public passage beyond. There's a hiss and the guttural chatter of a pressure valve as an airbike pulls up beside you in the passage. Cadet leans over and grabs the collar of your coat. Hop on. Hi, Cadet, thank you. In a moment, you're on the back of the airbike, clutching the strap of Cadet's bag, riding bitch as she guns it down the passage. No one uses riding bitch as like a phrase anymore. It's got to come back. The air resistance almost ripping you from the thin seat. You lean against her back and let her aside, the drive pressing into your ribs beneath your jacket. Is that a drive in your pocket, or are you just really happy to see me? You did it. Still alive back there? Cadet's voice brings you back from the hypnotic rhythm of the tunnel lights rushing past the airbike. She slows the bike with a series of hisses, and you realise she has brought you back to the passage outside Bliss's Bay. You try to understand the route she took, a long loop through the branching transit tunnels of the station, but you give up. You can let go now. Just I don't want to, you're cute. She strains up and you unhook your fingers from her backstrap, separating yourself from her back. You push off the bike gently and float in the passage beside her. You okay? Look pretty rough back there, she smiles. Appreciate you putting it all on the line for me. Who were those guys? Your guess is as good as mine, she shrugs. Didn't look like anyone nice though. I wouldn't sweat it. She smiles. Go on then, let's see the drive. You fish the drive out of your jacket and hand it over. That's the one, she squints at it. Should have chucked it when I had the chance. Well, if you wanted to chuck it, why didn't you just tell me to destroy it or something when I got there? You get your first good look at it, and there's not much to see. A small lump of solid state memory with a few markers on the case. You spot a yellow hex among them. Hexport. Gotta be worth it. Besides, I never promised profit, Sleeper. She slides her bag around her shoulder to the front and slots the drive neatly into her pocket. Answers? Maybe. I know someone in the scatter yards who can crack anything. She'd be my first protocol to crack this thing open. She stretches her shoulders. And I should make myself scarce from the spindle anyway, before those dickheads catch up with me. Come with us. Appreciate the offer, but I think it's best if we go our separate ways for now. Two targets are hard to track than one. She cycles the pressure valve and the bike impatiently. Cadet leans away from the bike, squinting out of the viewing window at your ship behind. That yours? She doesn't wait for an answer. If I'm not mistaken, that old thing is going to struggle to reach the scatter yards. Unless you've added a Hasnav suite. Hasnav? Don't apologise, Connor. Good to see you. Yeah, belt between here and the scatter yard is draining in debris. Worse than Sexport. You'll need hazard navigation to make the crossing safely. Lotic Syndicate created the tech to help their tankers across the belt, excuse me. Common knowledge. Cadet nods at your ship. Well, if you head up to the Wellspring, you can, or just Wellspring, you can barter or steal a suite, she adds casually. Yeah, Cadet unties a bag lashed to a bike frame and holds it out to you. Not enough here for a refit, but maybe you'll find some use for him. I'm stuck on commentary. Ah, no. That is unfortunate, my friend. You take the bag and something clinks inside as you do. You open it to see a couple of engine components. Was going to use them to boost her. She taps the frame of the airbike, but you deserve them. She meets your eye, then looks away. Not like I'll be doing any runs for a while anyway. Thank you. It's nothing. Like I said, you deserve them. She flexes her fingers on the bike's handles, eager to be away. Cadet's airbike stutters and purrs, trembling in the air like an arrow ready to be loosed. See you around. She winks and guns the throttle, zipping off down the passage with a pulse of air that ripples through your clothes. She farted on you. What a dirty bitch. You stare after her as she goes. The bag of components still hanging from your hand. You realise as you look down the passage that you never asked how Cadet plans to get to the scatter yards. Yeah, that's a good point. Unless she has a ship somewhere. That question, like a score of others, will have to wait until you run into her next, although you have a feeling she'll find a way to slip away before you can ask them next time too. You head back towards your ship to stow the components, idly wondering if you could justify buying an airbike to Seraphin as you do so. So someone I met has this really cool thing that I want it,